All right, folks, day 39 of our mobile tire business build. And yeah, 8 days to go. And this weekend wasn't necessarily like super effective. The one goal we set ourselves for this weekend was to have the machines properly and completely mounted. So we spent Saturday building frames and brackets and stuff like that. And then yeah, sometimes things just don't work out. So we built a bracket for the balancer to mount it on that side, and then when we were done, we couldn't get the bolts because it is a special size bolt that bolts into the wall there. So there were no bolts, and eventually we tried something else and then screwed up the bracket. So now we need to rebuild the bracket for that one. We did get this one mounted. I mean, you can't see much, but we've got a 3/8 inch steel bar running across the floor, and we've got that mounted into the steel bar. We actually tapped bolts into it, and the bar is mounted to the side walls there. So the tire machine is mounted. The balancer is not. We still need to do that. The compressor is not mounted because, once again, we couldn't get the bolts. We can only get them on Monday. We drove around all Saturday, discovered a whole bunch of new places, hardware stores and specialty stores, but the fastener place closed at 1 o'clock, and we only got there at like 1:10 so we couldn't get the fasteners that we needed. We'll probably hopefully get them all tomorrow, and then we can finish the job. So we had a bunch of time. We actually spent quite a bit of time working on our certifications, tire certifications and TPMS sensor certifications and things like that. I must tell you, it's freaking amazing though with the internet. You've got the online university from the Tire Institute, Tire Institute, I don't know. Anyway, online university, it is so awesome, and it is so amazing, some of the things that I've learned. I mean, I've never known like that much about tires, so it's actually freaking awesome, you know. Things like how regularly you need to change it and how you need to swap it over, crossovers, and just a lot of stuff that you need to check on your tires, and the difference it makes when your tires are not correct, you know, or when one is worn or they're not the same type, and it's amazing. So yeah, that was very interesting. We spent a lot of time on that. Another thing we did get done was we got the pool table stones. We finally built up the courage to carry these damn heavy slate stones and get the pool table pretty level. So this is one step closer. The next thing we need to do here to get the pool table up and going is to stretch the cloth over. But before we can do that, we need to get some beeswax to fill out the gaps here. Otherwise you have a line on your table, so you know, you just need to balance it and level it out. So we need to do that. But that's interesting or exciting. We got Angelique and Dylan, her boyfriend, to come and help. And then the other thing that we managed to get going is our little pet project. Well, not ours, Dave's. Our friend Dave from the island. Check it out. Look at that. So the King's laundry truck. We still need to stick the last wording on the side, and we still need to wrap the rest of the van. It's a really old little Japanese K-truck or whatever they call them. So the whole thing is going to be black, except for one thing. This is so old and so dirty that it takes much longer to wash it and to clean it than it takes to actually stick the vinyl on. But it is what it is. But yeah, the King's laundry truck, almost done. It was actually such a lach. Well, I suppose, yeah, it was an experience, because Connor went to the island with Dave on Friday to go and fetch the truck. And of course, something I forgot was that is a stick shift. And Connor has never driven a stick shift in his life. So he had to drive the truck back from the island across through 2 ferries stick shift for the first time. Well, Dave gave him a lesson on the island and he learned a little bit there. And it's also right-hand drive. So he got a lesson on the island and he got his lessons driving around. But hey, he got it here, safe and sound. He says he stalled out once or twice in the beginning, getting it going. But now he can drive stick, which is phenomenal, you know. Also, you know, it's great for him to do stuff like that because it gives you the confidence to understand that you can do things like that you don't always have to be super scared of everything. So yeah, interesting times. We're getting there. Hopefully by end of day tomorrow we will have our first certifications from the university, the Tire University, online Tire University. Who knew? And we will have the rest of the equipment fitted and we can actually start. I want to swing out. I don't think we'll get to that tomorrow. We're going to swing out to the vinyl suppliers to go and pick the correct gold to go on the truck for the logos. So hopefully we can get that up and going on Tuesday. And then while doing the online university, it's amazing because now we learned about all of the things. It's such a cool course, the tire course, man. We learn about everything that's needed. So as we go through the modules, we order all of the correct stuff so that we can follow all of the rules and make sure we have all of the personal protection equipment and personal protection gear and all of those things. And then connecting with other guys that do tires from their homes. See, there's actually a few little mobile tire shops around the lower mainland. So, hey, I really feel confident about this. Do I really feel confident that we'll be ready for launch on the 15th? There, I'm not 100% sure, but hey, there's only one way to do this, right? Just to keep going and make it happen. I think right now I feel super confident after doing all of these courses, me and Connor. I feel super confident that we've got the whole tire changing and tire management and all of that down to a T. No problem there at all. Actually, I think we're probably going to do better than a lot of folks that just do it the old way because we actually learned the right ways. So that's quite cool. I feel very confident about our ability to do a proper job on the tires. I feel confident in our equipment. The thing that I'm a little bit worried about still is the marketing. But hey, we really can't push hard on the marketing until such a time as everything is mounted and we're 100% sure we can launch on the 15th. So the main thing is I need to get our booking system up on the website. Hopefully that'll happen by Tuesday too. They're just busy finishing it off. Hopefully we'll get our tire suppliers signed up so we can supply tires. Yeah, everything's on track. Sunday night, Belinda made an absolutely beautiful malva pudding, Belinda and Angelique. So we are going to drop down and go and have a malva pudding and then take the rest of the day off. Cheers, folks. Have a good one.